Today in Conversations That Convert, we're going to answer one of the most common questions we get, which is how do I improve the quality of my leads? Let's get started.
Welcome to Conversations That Convert. Every week, we'll spend about 10 to 15 minutes tackling relevant lead generation, marketing, and sales topics for remodelers, home improvement companies, and home builders. Conversations That Convert is brought to you by Builder Lead Converter, your perfect sales assistant. And now, here's Rick and Diana.
Welcome, everyone, to Conversations That Convert. Hi, Diana. How are you today?
Hi, doing great. Thank you. And how about you?
We're doing wonderful. As you can see, it's cooling off here a little bit, so I've got the long sleeves on, and
Yeah,
I think it's all downhill from here, Diana. The winter is coming, whether we like it or not.
I can confirm that. I can feel the cold weather.
Yeah, so what are we going to talk about today?
So today about what's the best way to improve the quality of the leads. And that's a question that builders ask often.
It is. It's one of probably the most common questions we get. Oftentimes I answer it with it depends, but today we're going to really focus on 5 strategies that you can use to improve your lead quality. And this is part of our new series, Builders Ask, what is the best way to? So we're look at the most common questions that we get asked as it relates to lead generation, sales process, sales management, marketing, all of the above. And we're going to try to review them and answer them as best that we can. So this week it's going to be looking at 5 strategies that you can use to improve your lead quality. So Diana, what do you say? Should we jump in?
Let's go ahead and get started with strategy number 1.
Okay, so the first one here, of course, is really deep. Simply generate more leads. And you might be thinking, well, how does that have anything to do with improve the quality of my leads? Well, you're going to find a gem in every batch of leads. And so the idea is if you generate more leads, you're going to find more high quality leads. Now, this is a very labor intensive way to do it. There's different things you can put in place as far as filters and automation. We talked about automation last week. We'll talk a little bit about filters coming up. But it's the simplest way to go ahead and just improve your lead qualities just by having more opportunities. Any thoughts, Diana?
Yeah, I think the more the merrier. That's how I think, right? That's the mindset. But I think it's the most important thing is to also generate more qualified leads.
Yeah.
If you ask me, yeah.
Exactly, because this can be also a big bummer when you talk to lead after lead after lead, and they're all poor quality leads.
Yeah.
And so it gets to the point you're like, oh, I want to, how do I change this? So I'm not saying that you generate more leads so you talk to more leads. I'm saying you generate more leads so you have more opportunities to find high quality leads.
Right.
And this process of filtering, it is something that anyone can do. We do it for all of our clients. So if for every 10 leads that come in, you may not talk to 7 of them, but you want to talk to the 3 that say are a good high quality lead. So you say, let's go to strategy number 2, shall we?
Yes, let's find out the strategy number 2.
Yeah, and this is one of those ways of how you improve the quality of your leads is that you add disqualifiers to your lead forms. So let me give you an example. What I mean by this, Diana. There's 3 disqualifiers that every builder can use. The first one's going to be budget. The second one is going to be location. And then the third one is going to be project type or home type. So as an example, a lot of our clients have asked us to say, look, I have a minimum budget of what I can do to, say, remodel a home or build a new home. So what we will do is create a form, and we take that budget that they've given us, and the first drop down item in a section of the form would ask them, what is your budget? And then we would have the first drop down item say below this amount. And so if they choose below this amount, it disqualifies them. The second way we can do this is by location. So let's just say you're a remodeler, you have a service area, you want to know what is the location of the home that the lead lives in. And so we do this by zip code. So we'll have our clients identify all the zip codes that they work in, and then we'll create an other section. And so anytime that other section is used, we disqualify the lead. And then the last way is simply the home type or project type. So if the client is or potential client is looking for a project that is outside of one that you typically do, you create an other section for that, and they put on there, I'm interested in this. We disqualify them. So that's a real simple way to filter through leads that are not a high quality lead. Now, there's also the danger of you might kick somebody out that's a good lead that you don't want to. So there's things that we can do to actually put a fail safe in that. We can say, hey, if we've made a mistake here, please click
Yeah.
here and we can take them through the cycle again. So we always give everyone, even if we disqualify them, we always give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe they didn't answer truthfully or 100% truthfully in what their budget really was is a common one. So everyone wants to spend a certain amount of money, but they also will spend more money on their project, and a few other things there. So any thoughts, Diana?
Yeah, I think it's a smart strategy to disqualify and uh, make the right leads come into the funnel, and then discuss with them, and then see from those leads who can turn into a sales.
If they make it through, that's how you get, for every 10 leads, you might have 3 that are qualified. So they make it through all the qualifications. At least two things happen. Number one is you get more information on what the type of project is, the budget, so on and so forth. But the second thing is that those 7 people, that were not qualified, now you don't spend time talking to them on the phone, wasting time chasing them. You're only talking to the 3 that are there. Again, it's if you get enough leads coming in, it's a good strategy, especially if you're very, very busy and it's difficult for you to find the time to get back to all your leads. This is a really good strategy.
All right, let's find out the strategy number 3.
Yeah, so number 3 is update how a lead can contact you. And when I'm working with a prospective client, I always looked at their website, and I would say 99% of the time on their website, they have 2 ways that the lead can qualify them. They have a phone number, and then they have a contact form. So what this does is it just filters every lead into one form, and therefore you get a potpourri of leads, and you get a lot of poor quality leads. So the strategy that we employ is that we update how a lead can contact our clients. And what I mean by this is there are 3 key pieces of information that every lead is looking for. So they want to know what their project can look like. So that's a design perspective. They want to see floor plans. They want to see photos. If it's if you're a remodeler, the case studies are the best one, before and after. Because they're trying to relate to what their kitchen looks like right now and what it could look like after. They can't visualize what it's going to look like after. So showing case studies is the most powerful way that you can attract the attention of a prospective remodeling client. Number 2 is going to be price points. So you've got to give price ranges. If you're a home builder, you show different types of homes you can build. You put the prices on there. If you're a remodeler, you're going to give price ranges of the projects that you use. And then number 3 is location. So as you're a home builder, where you have lots available or where you will build offsite. And for a remodeler, like I said, what's your service area? So people want to know, will you come to my local area? So that means you're going to create pages that has that content on there. And when you do that, the lead finds that content. You make it real easy for them to find, preferably one click once they're on your website. They see that information. They see the locations, the project types, they see the pricing parameters. They're self-qualifying. Then what we do is we put forms on that page, or we call it a lead magnet. So we give them an offer. An offer is like, hey, if you give me something, which is what you're going to ask for is, will you give me your contact information and give me permission so that I can follow up for you? And then in exchange, you give them something that they're looking for, such as access to floor plans, pricing information, different locations that you're building in, information on, planning a remodeling project or planning a new home. And then so that creates that opt-in permission-based relationship. and then you have again a lead that does not come into the qualified form, but they come in because they see a plan that you like or a project that you offer, or they're interested in a location where you're building. Any thoughts, Diana?
I think that's a very clear and simple strategy, but as you said, not everyone is doing it. So,
Most people are not doing it. And that's the problem then, is that's where you get a lot of really poor quality leads. And I talked to a prospective client the other day. They talked about they're only, say, 25% of their business is coming online. And I said, wow, that's just way too low. It should be 50% or more coming online. And what they say is, they get a whole lot of low quality leads. And so then the salespeople, they follow up with them and they're poor quality, so the salespeople just stop following up, or
yeah,
they don't follow up very much, and so that lowers the conversion. So again, a lot of these things you can do, you can automate, you can really streamline it. Like I mentioned on strategy number 2 with the forms, that's the most basic
thing.
instance of artificial intelligence, is just using a simple
Yeah,
disqualifier.
yeah,
You do this and I will do this. So it's called an if else statement. And it's very effective, and it really will help improve the morale of whoever is doing that lead intake for you, where again they're talking to real prospective buyers and not just looky loos or poor, really low quality people that should never be on your website in the first place.
yeah. And let's go to strategy number 4.
Yeah, so number 4 is about developing leads. And I guess the analysis here is that if you're only looking for leads that are ready, willing, and able, um, there's very few of those leads out there, and it's very hard to convert those leads. And I mean by ready, willing, and able, meaning that I want to start now. I have the money, I know what I want to build, and I'm ready to go. More often than not, when you get a lead like that, they're already talking to somebody else, and they simply want to use you to verify that the price they've been given from your competitor is competitive. And they'll usually say, thanks for the information, but I'm going to go with this guy over here. So the idea behind that developing leads is you look for people that are maybe ready or ready and willing, but aren't they're not going to pull the trigger anytime soon. Now, this could be a period of weeks, months, sometimes even years. So you develop your leads over time. And what this allows you to do is it allows you to demonstrate value and create a trusted relationship with this lead, so that when they are ready to go, they see you as the local expert, they trust you, they see the value of what you're doing, and they will give you the first opportunity. So this is a long-term strategy, but it's the best strategy because it's not overly reliant on having somebody that is ready to go right now. Now, case in point, the market is changing, things are slowing down. There's not many ready, willing, and able leads out there right now. So now we have to go back to really focusing on long-term development, working our database, creating value, and then pulling business out of our database in a very systematic way. Any thoughts, Diana?
So persistence, and then you will get paid with
Right.
persistence.
If you remember, yeah, you're right. Persistence is a good point. Last week we talked about what's the last strategy? Don't give up.
Yeah,
Don't give up on converting online leads. Not just one call, one text, one email, but no, you
yeah,
may have to follow up with them 50 times,
yeah.
but you don't give up. And I'm not talking physically following up with them manually. I'm talking about automating the process and just monitoring the results, because you just don't know what a lead's situation is and when it's going to change and when they might become viable if they're not viable right now.
And the last but not least, strategy number 5.
Number 5 is a big one. And this is something that by default, every small business owner, including builders, thinks when I don't have enough leads, what I need to do is I need to start running ads. Now, that's a fine strategy if two things are in place. Number one, you've got funnels designed around these ads to capture and convert. A lot of builders just run ads. They just throw leads on their website, and the website has a contact us form and a phone number. It's a very, very low converting type of strategy. So a funnel is something that's a design platform where your lead goes through a process in order to come out as a buyer. Um, Now, paid leads are even worse because oftentimes you're paying for the opportunity to find out to talk to somebody, but two or three of your competitors paid for them as well. So very, very low conversion. It's an expensive way to do business. When should you be using paid leads or paid ads? It's number one, it's when you have plugged all your organic opportunity leaks. And what I mean by that is that you are organically converting 3 to 8% of your unique site visitors to your website. So for every 100 site visitors, you should have 3 to 8 leads. That means you have to have a very well-designed site. It's got to have the right content on it, and most importantly, it has to have the right lead magnets on it. Those lead magnets should always revolve around design, getting the price, and finding the location. Again, three most common questions that your prospective leads have. So we want to focus on organic, meaning that what's the first thing we should do? Okay, plugging opportunity leaks on our website, optimizing our website traffic, our organic search engine optimization, which simply means is that we're going to show up higher on search rankings in Google when people are looking for our search terms. So building a new home in ABC city, ABC, remodeling my new home in ABC. So whatever you want to, whatever locations and projects and price points that you want to focus on, you are organically ranking high there. And then the second way, of course, is to leverage your current clients, getting more referrals, selling a subsequent project to, like, if you're a remodeler, okay, you sold them a bathroom, now let's sell them a kitchen. I sold them a kitchen, now let's sell them a basement. That sort of thing. So you sell them the next projects. That's just a systematic approach that takes time, but those are always such high quality leads. They always convert very, very well. Any final thoughts, Diana?
Yeah, so I think that's that's very good to do the work. So I think that's the magic. Focus on organic and do the work right on a regular basis and be there. So stay in the game. I think that's my
Yeah,
um,
you're right. It is work. It's also it's smart. A lot of builders, a lot of my clients, they're good at building and remodeling homes. They really don't have the expertise to to really understand how to build these systems and funnels. And that's where you outsource and you have somebody help you.
yeah.
You delegate this aspect so you can focus on what you do best, which is building and remodeling homes. So if you would like to have more information on how we can help you convert more of your online leads into sales, go ahead and schedule your strategy call with the link below. Be happy to talk to you, take a look at your website, talk to you about how things are currently going, see if we can help you. And if not, we'll even point you maybe to somebody else who's better suited to help you. So, for my brothers and sisters in Christ, may the grace of the Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you all always. Thanks so much for watching Conversations That Convert, and we will see you next time. Bye bye.